Good day, all. Today I am gonna teach a poem from your flamingo, Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. This poem is actually very apt for our present situation. Like we are quarantined in a place, we are asked to do nothing just to save ourselves. This poem exactly means the same. The poet invites all the people all over to come together and suspend their activities till he counts 12. Now, you might be asking me why 12? Now, if you see a clock, though we have 24 hours a day, we find only 12 numbers in a clock. That is to indicate 1 to 12 and again 12 to 1 makes 24 hours. It also means in a day, anything can happen if we want it to happen. The poem is actually a food for our thought. I will read the lines as usual and explain it to you line by line. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. So the poet requests people to be quiet for a while for the count of 12, till the count of 12, and he is asking every one of us not to speak in any language, whatever language we speak. He wants us to be quiet. He says, do not move your hands also to express your views. He wants you to be still for some time. He says that he asks us to be still. That means to be motionless. He doesn't want us to move from here and there. The moment of quietness will give people time to introspect and help in creating better understanding among human beings. For example, when two people are fighting and you make them quiet, ask them to be quiet for some time, they start to understand the reason for the fight. They may even withdraw their anger. They may even start loving each other just they did before the fight. So when you are quiet, you try to understand, analyze many things around you. You will not be in a hurry. You will be still and motionless just to think and act in a sensible way. The second stanza, it goes like this. It would be an exotic moment, without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. He says it to be an exotic. Exotic means unusual, something which has never happened. Just think, right now we are facing unusual things. Not going to movies, not going to any stuff which we usually do. Yes, but still we are living, still we are happy, still we are able to spend some time with our family, which we were not able to spend these many days. So he says that once you become quiet, once you become normal, you will understand the beauty of everything around you. You will understand the things which you thought to be abnormal, the things which you thought which is not possible is possible right now. He says it would be an unusual moment when there are no buses running by, there are no trains going by, there are no planes flying by, and everything is silent, everything is quiet. You can actually hear the chirping of birds now. You can hear the rattles of leaves now. You can hear the musical sound of cats, the way they cry, the way they meow. You can hear different kinds of birds chirping. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Right now we are facing that. We are all together but still apart. But still we can understand what is going in and still understand what is going in and around us to be happy enough. So he says there would be no hurry, no noise. In the silence we would actually understand ourselves more better, understand others' feelings more better, and try to do the best of it. The next stanza goes by like this. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. So he is not only talking about the normal regular people like us, but he's also talking about those hardworking fishermen, agriculturalists, many other people around. He says that when people stop their daily activities and do this quiet introspection, analyzing of themselves, everything would seem strange. You would feel, why was I doing this actually? Yes, so he says in this stanza that even the fishermen who go for hunting in the cold sea, what should the fisherman actually hunt? He should only hunt fish. He should actually go for hunting only for fish. He needs only fish to eat. But he also hunts the whales, which are not necessary. They have become selfish. Yes, so they have become so selfish that instead of going to fish around, they are killing the other animals. They are trying to go into the deep sea and killing these whales just for an extra money out of selfishness. He says that when he stops doing that for a while, the whales are safe, and he can also see his own hands, which he has hurt so much in hunting these whales. So while getting extra things more than needed, you actually hurt yourself. For example, to make extra money, people try to work more and more hours, actually killing their health. They do not understand that if you have health only, you can do anything else. Whatever is required for the day is enough. But people tend to go far beyond just to make money without understanding that if you do not have health, wealth is not needed. It is waste. It goes into dumps. So over here the author says, the poet says, if even the fisherman stops fishing these whales out of his selfishness, everything will fall into place. Everything will be good. The next stanza says, those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. So now the poet in these lines, he wishes to say that the incessant wars and bloodshed would bring the humanity to an end. And there will be no one to rejoice. There will be no one to feel happy about winning a war when everyone is dead. He says that these people, he's referring to warmongers, the politicians, the scientists, statesmen who start and develop wars in order to satisfy their need for dominance. If they stop their acts for a while, there will be no wars. Why should you actually wage a war on some other country? Why can't we live happily with what we have? Yes, but these things happen due to the selfishness of these people mentioned in these lines. He says that if they become quiet, everything will fall into place. Everything will be happy. There will be no wars. You can rejoice your freedom just like that. You can be happy with what you have. The term like wars with gas, wars with fire, he has used this for the chemical, nuclear and biological warfare, the virus which we are facing right now. They say it is a biological warfare. Yes, what do you get? You get only dead bodies. Is anyone happy there? No, you aren't. But why do you do this? Just out of selfishness, just to make money. So the poet says, if we become quiet for a while, forgetting all these, we will understand that we have to live happy, contented with the people around us, but not with the money. Then the last two stanzas actually are much more beautiful if you please listen to it properly. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt the sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. So he says that he asks us to be quiet for a while, not forever. Being quiet forever means dead. He says he doesn't want death. He doesn't want trucks of dead bodies. He says that if we are quiet for a while, happy or sad, we will analyze it. We will understand, why are we sad? Is it worth it? Why are we happy? Are we being happy on someone else's sadness, and we'll try to correct ourselves. He says that all these brought to one simple thing, keeping quiet. You can understand the meaning of whatever we are doing in a correct way or not. So, this poem, yes, and the last lines just are very, very nice, like it is apt for the coronavirus quarantine which we are facing right now. Everything, see, being quiet, being in our own world, being self-contented, giving respect to the earth, giving respect to the nature actually gives us happiness. Yes, go for watching movies. Who said no? Drink cool drinks. Who said no? But it is not needed that you throw the plastic things into the nature and make the nature suffer. At the end of the day, you get suffered. Whether it's a biological war thrown out by some country on us or it is not, it is because of our sheer stupidness where we are not able to be gratitude enough to our nature. So this poem actually tells us to be quiet for some time and observe the nature, enjoy the nature, understand. Anything done for 21 days, they say, it gets used to. So these 21 days of quarantine, I expect each and every one of you to develop a habit of planting a tree, live happily, get friendly with the nature than with human beings who are selfish. Nature teaches us to be happy. The last sixth stanza tells us the same. Perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I'll count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. So this particular poem actually is very, very apt for the present situation. He says that the earth teaches us that by suspending our activities for a short while. Don't you think we have been suspended of our daily activities by sitting at home? Yes, to observe how the nature is healing by itself. Yes, so the earth tells us, now just shut up and sit for a while. You have worked a lot, you have jumped a lot, you have destroyed the earth a lot. Now just wait and watch. Yes, so we can start them afresh in a better manner. When you come out of our houses, we will not think of throwing things just like that. We will not try to pollute our place like we were doing till date. The poet wants us to stop all the activities for a while. He says, enjoy the nature. Let the nature heal itself. By counting up to 12, he is giving us some time to think. Yes, if we keep quiet for a few moments and do this analyzing thing, we can understand ourselves. We can understand what is happening around us. The poet means to achieve universal bondings. Like I told you, be friendly with the nature. You go cut the tree, but still it gives you shade. You go throw a stone at the tree, it still gives you flowers and fruits. So do the same thing with a human being. He will give it back to you in a double way, right? So why don't you make friendship with the nature? Count up to 12. Enjoy the nature. When you come out of this quarantine, hope the earth will be much more better place to live in. Keeping quiet, according to the poet, has many benefits. Don't you think so? It cools our brain. It makes our bonding with our own family, where we always sit with our mobiles. Yes, it is revitalizing our organs. It tells our organs that you have worked a lot, you have jumped a lot, you have run a lot. Now take some rest. Yes, it gives perfect relaxation. So don't you think Keeping Quiet is a poem written by the poet long back, but it is very apt for the present day. Now, I'm telling you again, suspending our activities for a while, the poet actually means to be still for some time. He is not asking us to die, okay? And then he is asking us to revitalize everything, not only our organs, but also our thoughts, to make ourselves feel fresh. So please, when you are quarantined, think about it and make the earth a better place to live in. Thank you.